Susie Wiles has been talking to Chris Whipple from Vanity Fair since the Trump administration took office. Apparently, reportedly, Chris Whipple has talked to Susie Wiles after each big event has occurred with that the Trump administration has been a part of, and he's gotten her take and her opinion, talked to people around her in the West Wing, and took photographs of a lot of the Trump inner circle, and the profile has gone viral. It really doesn't impact the operational capacity or success of an administration, except for the fact that it was a lapse in judgment to allow Vanity Fair this kind of access to Trump's inner circle. That I will stand by. That is a real head scratcher to me. In fact, if I were President Trump, I'd probably find out who on his team, on the Trump administration, gave approval for this Vanity Fair piece, who let them have this inner access, who didn't give them veto power over some of these hideous photographs that they took. Like I said, malicious photographs. It's not just unflattering photography. It's deliberately trying to portray these people as looking disgusting, really, when they're not. They're just normal looking people like everybody else. And I would fire that person if I were President Trump. I would fire whoever let Vanity Fair do this, because you could call this an unforced error. All that being said, there's one part in this piece that is not getting a lot of play, and this is something that I actually find quite interesting. There's one of the photos, by the way, that I was talking about. Like, look at that picture of Susie Wiles. No one claims she's a runway model. Like, obviously she's not 20 years old. No one cares about that. But that is obviously a photograph that is deliberately intended to make her look psycho. Her eyes wide open like that, the angle, her eyebrows raised, like, the photographer did that deliberately, and it was a deliberate decision by the editorial team to try to get a photo like that and then to publish it. It wasn't an accident. This was done. And the same with Rubio. Look at this picture of Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is a very normal looking, however old he is, 40 or 50-year-old dad. And look, they make him look like he's dying of the plague here. That was intentional. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a moment that was a candid moment that was caught on camera that just happens to be a little unflattering. No, they did this on purpose. It was malicious because they're trying to undermine these people, especially the people who they think might have political careers after President Trump. They did this to Caroline Leavitt, too, this really weird, close-up, unflattering portrait of her face. Caroline Leavitt obviously is a nice-looking person, and they are deliberately trying to make her look ugly. Why? Why are they doing that? Because, well, they're trying to be malicious. They're trying to drive a wedge between President Trump and his staff, and I know the president is not naive. He's not going to let that happen, and honestly, like I said, I know this is going viral on X, but really people should not be that upset about it.